I declare your glory and your matchless name. You are the morning dew upon the grass and the setting of the sun behind the hills. You are the glistening upon the water and the waves that roar. You are the flower that blooms and the bee that drinks its nectar. You are in the crash of the waves upon the shore and the sound of the seagulls as they fly in swirls above the water. You are in the sound of children's laughter and the squeals of the babies as they delight in your creation. You are the rock I cling to as storms beat down upon me. You are my willow tree I can climb under and be hidden from the world. You're in every breath I breathe and every move I make. Nothing is hidden from you, nothing. Though my eyes scan the horizon in every direction, I find nothing that compares to you. Who would be like my God? Who knows everything that has ever happened and everything that ever will happen until the end of time? Who can walk through time as if walking through one room to the other? Who could know every thought of man or count the number of hairs on his head? Who would possibly send his only son from his heavenly home to a cold and cruel world, knowing that he would have to suffer an awful death in order to be that perfect lamb slain for the sins of all mankind? Who could love man that much while we were still sinners? Who could change the course of mighty waters with just one word? And who, by one word, could heal a disease no doctor in all his wisdom could ever cure? There is no one like my God, no king, no prophet, no philosopher or teacher, no one who has ever lived, and no one who ever will live. No God made with human hands out of material my God created could do the things my God can. In fact, those gods can do absolutely nothing. My God was the first God, and my God shall be the last. He has stood the test of time, for he created time. He's full of mystery yet to be revealed. He knows things we cannot even fathom in our finite minds. All things hidden are known by him. He chooses when and to whom they shall be revealed. My God knows all my inward thoughts. He planned every detail about me, what I would look like, who my parents and siblings would be, when I would be born, who my teachers would be, what gifts and abilities I would have, what my characteristics would be, how I would be used in the kingdom. God not only knows about my yesterdays, he knows all of my tomorrows, every one of them. He knows my future when I don't have a clue what it is. He knows every joy, every triumph, every heartache and grief I will suffer. In fact, he's preparing me for those right now. He's equipping me with everything I will need for the journey called my future. He knows what I will need to be successful. Who else can boast of a God like that? None, I tell you, no one at all. I'm the luckiest person in the whole wide world. He calls me friend. He dances over me. He delights in my fellowship. His heart desires me. He walks with me. He converses with me. His eyes light up at the mention of my name. He grafted me into the vine and adopted me. He calls me daughter and makes me an heir to his kingdom. He put a ring on my finger and he put a robe on my back, and he calls me his child. He opened his storehouses for me and said that all he had was mine. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. Everything comes under subjection to him. If he says it, it is so. He is not a man that he could lie. There is no deceit in him. He looked down and had compassion and mercy upon me even in my sinful state. He looked at his son and he said to him, "Go get her. She's one of ours." And it was so. He called me into his light as a child, and he drew me back when I wandered away. He never left me, though he grieved for me when I was gone away. And when I returned, all of heaven rejoiced and feasted that I had returned. Heaven celebrated. I was just that special. His love for me holds no boundaries. It is endless, infinite, and unfathomable. Blessed be his matchless name. Blessed be the one who comes in the name of the Lord. And it is so.